Hey everyone, it's Becca, and I wanted to talk to you tonight about some misconceptions that people have about coaching and what it is that it takes to become a coach and to be a successful coach. And I know that I had a lot of misconceptions before I signed up, and it kept me from signing up, and I wish that they hadn't. So one of the top misconceptions or objections that I get when I'm talking to people about coaching is they don't think they're in good enough shape to become a coach yet, and that's just not true. Some of the best coaches are just beginning on their journey. There is no body mold that a person has to meet in order to be a good coach. Being a good coach means that you're continually working on yourself and continually striving for progress. It means that you may not be where you want to be, but you are going after your goals and helping others reach theirs. So for those of you that feel like, I don't look like a Beachbody coach, I don't look like a fitness expert, a lot of coaches don't, and that's okay. It doesn't make them less of a coach. It just means that their story is different, their starting place is different, how they relate to people is going to be different. I know that I was only 2 weeks into my program when I decided to sign up to coach. I was nowhere near where I wanted to be, and I'm still not. I'm still a work in progress. I'm 8 months pregnant, and it doesn't mean that I haven't found success. So don't let your current physical appearance or where you might be on your fitness journey detour you from becoming a coach. Another really big misconception that people have is that you have to be this expert. You have to know about all of the programs, you have to know a ton about nutrition, you have to know the ins and outs of Beachbody and clean eating, and that's not true either. I signed up and I had had experience with one Beachbody program, one flavor of Shakeology, and I knew nothing really about the business. The thing that I love about Beachbody is it gives you so many tools to grow. The thing that I love about my personal experience with Beachbody is that I signed up as part of a team. Team Impact, one of the best teams out there, the best team out there in my opinion. And so as I was learning, I had a ton of people to be my sounding board, a ton of people I could go to about questions when I was, asked something from a client and I really wasn't sure the answer. They'd point me in the right direction or give me some advice or feedback. You do not have to be an expert. We're not dietitians, we're not personal trainers, we're coaches, we're encouragers, we're motivators, we're mentors. Knowing it all is not going to make you a better coach than someone who is just doing their best. Doing your best is what makes you a great coach. Another misconception of this business is that you have to have this amazing story. I've heard a lot of amazing stories from coaches, a lot of stories about how people got out of debt or overcame a really bad past or had 200-pound weight losses. None of those seemed like mine. I had a great childhood. I have a wonderful family. My husband has a job, and I had a job that was supporting our financial needs. Our financial needs are different now, and Beachbody is providing a lot for us. But my story is real and it's honest, and the more that I share it, the more I'm relating to people. So a misconception a lot of people have is that they have to have this awesome, amazing, powerful story in order to be great at this business. And that simply isn't the case. You can be great at this business by just being yourself. The more open you are, the more honest you are, the more willing you are to share who you are with people, you're going to find people just like you that are relating to what you're saying, and they're going to want to work with you. Whether becoming a coach themselves or on their fitness journey. So just because you may not have this amazing story, this life-changing story, you do have a life-changing story. It's just unfolding differently. Maybe it's less dramatic than somebody else's, but just because your story is different doesn't make it any less important. Another misconception, and I get this one, it's probably my number 2 concern when people are talking to me about coaching, is that they don't know anyone. I hear it all the time. I don't know anybody. I live in a really small town. There's no way I could make this business work. I just don't know enough people. And when you think small, it probably really seems like you don't know a lot of people. I sure felt that way. I had about 300 Facebook friends when I became a coach. I just moved to a brand new town, and I'm not talking big city. I'm talking one grocery store, a couple of banks, farm community, 4,000 people small, and I knew no one. So it would have been easy for me to use that excuse of not knowing anyone, of not having a big network, to hinder me from growing. Yet, that wasn't an excuse for me, because I continued to look for people that I could contact. I got in touch with people that I hadn't spoken to in a while. I thought bigger than just my immediate friends and family, just my close circles, and I widened my horizons, and I opened my mind up to the people that may be watching me, or that may be wanting help, or that may be needing help. And in doing that, I've built a really successful business, advancing me to Diamond, 1-star qualifying in the course of 9 months. So the impression that you have to know a lot of people, that you have to be really marketable or in all these different networks, doesn't necessarily hold true. You definitely have to, open your mind up to who you could be helping, and not be so narrow-minded or tunnel-visioned on just the people you see on a daily basis. But when you open up the possibilities to who you could help, you're going to realize that your network, that your pool of people is so much bigger than what you actually think of. The last misconception that I want to clear up is that you have to have a lot of time. You think, oh, becoming a coach, it's going to take all this time. I'm going to need all this training. I'm going to have to, it's building a business. Why wouldn't it take a lot of time? The thing about Beachbody is that anybody can do it. I'm a mom of 2 small kids. I have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. I have a baby on the way. I'm responsible for everything that happens around my house. When I started coaching, my husband actually was living out of town. He had just gotten a new job, so I was doing all of those things, plus packing up a house and selling it, and in the process of moving. I spent about an hour every single day. If you can devote 1 hour every single day doing behaviors, doing the things that make a difference in your business, you're going to see your business grow. Everybody can find 1 hour a day. It may not be a full block hour. You may have to take small increments of an hour. Maybe it's between college classes if you're a college student, or maybe it's, on your lunch break. You eat and, do a little bit of work on the side. But if you can devote 1 hour a day consistently doing activities and just displaying behaviors that make a difference, your business is going to grow. And for me, if you told me that my $160 investment was going to pay for itself the very first month I started because I worked 5 hours a week, I would have laughed in your face. But the thing is, I'm telling you that all of these things that we've talked about in this video are huge misconceptions about coaching. So if one of these things mentioned tonight is hindering you from signing up to coach, don't let it. If you are waiting to coach because you don't think you're fit enough, because you don't have time, because you don't know anybody, those are just fallacies. So I encourage you, if you're on the fence about coaching, to get over that hump and to just do it, because you can. Anybody can do this business, and if you're looking for someone to help you and to show you how, I would love to be that person. So I hope that this video cleared up some things for you, and I hope that you can see that coaching is really for anybody that wants to help and that wants to do better for others and better for themselves. So thanks for watching.